Can you hear me now? Just turn on the microphone. Can you hear me now? Hello, Chris. Hello, Jabil. Can you hear me now? Sweet. Just turn on the microphone. Can you hear me now? Hello, Chris. Hello, Jabil. Can you hear me now? So, first thing I gotta figure out is a good spot for this microphone. Just see if maybe this corner would work here. Hello, Chris. Hello, Jabil. Can you hear me now? So, first thing I gotta figure out is a good spot for this microphone. Just see if maybe this corner. No, it's because I had my Spotify. Oh, sorry. I mean, I had my Twitch feed on, the volume on it, so the feedback should be gone now. Is the feedback gone now? Yeah, I can hear the music too. I have the music playing through my headphones. Just gonna mute the microphone for a second so that it doesn't make a lot of noise while I move it into the corner here. How's the volume on the microphone now? I put it right here in the corner. I'm not sure if it's close enough. I can turn the gain up, I guess. Is the audio... Can you hear me pretty well? Mic sounds good? Awesome. Awesome, yeah, that's awesome. I can keep that right there in the corner. Won't be in my way. So I tried streaming through the GoPro too, but I just couldn't figure out how to get the HDMI to, Alright, I'm gonna move this window. It's really weird. It's really weird when you're not looking at, the live feed. What's the best way to set this up? There you go, now I can see Now I can see a live feed. There we go, perfect. This is the Sony, I think it's CX455. HDR CX455. Best Buy has it on sale right now, $50 off. Yeah, the Hero 3, I tried hooking it up to through the HDMI port, but I don't know, I couldn't get it to work. So I just got a camcorder. I figure that's better. I can also like zoom in. I haven't figured out how to use I think there's functionality on this camcorder where I can actually have it hooked up to my cell phone, so I can actually zoom in and out with my cell phone. Just so I don't have to reach, I can just have it down here. I'll play with that another day. So I gotta get this desk all cleaned up so I can start painting soon. Yep, the camcorder is on a tripod. This is the one camera that I'm still trying to figure out how to mount the best way. Well, I told you I got that new swing arm for a microphone I'm going to try using. How's the volume of the audio compared to the microphone? Is the music too loud a bit? Or too quiet? Here's all my bits from my Seraphon nights. I'm not sure if you're still watching, Chris, but this is what I do with my bits. I put them in a Ziploc bag, and then so I cut them off the sprue, just because I don't like keeping all these sprues around. And then I throw them in a Ziploc bag, and then I put the little whatever instructions came with the set, so that way it's easy for me to look through the bags and know where these bits came from. I just haven't figured out a spot to keep these little Ziploc bags once I'm done with them. This little plastic thing might come in handy. It's the music is from Spotify, and it's actually it's a playlist that was created out of a bunch of songs that Twitch has pre-approved. I guess they got license rights to allow streaming of these songs on Twitch without any copyright infringement. So they created a playlist. I think it's if you go to music.twitch.tv. Yeah, I think it's music.twitch.tv. They have some information about there, and I found a couple of different playlists that I don't know if Twitch created or if somebody just created it from some of the songs. And yeah, I picked one of the playlists, and that's what I'm playing through Spotify. So I got a bunch of little I gotta create another scene where this camera is the main one. Bunch of bits from some Chaos Space Marines that I'll be painting. So just gotta get this setup organized. Here's another dude from, yeah, see with this camera, might have to see with that work. A little bit more light. What if I hold it on here? Yeah, it's too dark. Definitely gonna have to get more lighting in this room. There's Chaos Dude. I'll be painting soon. Let's get out of here. I'm not sure if I'm showing up in any of the channels on Creative. Let me take a look. Oh yeah, yeah, I am. If you go to the Creative section and go to Figurines, I'm showing up there. And also under Painting. So I've got more machine tokens. I'm going to try mounting my my camcorder on a different, on this little swing arm. One thing I like about this camcorder, it's really light. I'm gonna let me switch something here. Swap the cameras around so that there you go. So I got two scenes now. One with this camera here as the main one, and the other one with the webcam or the camcorder. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let me see if I can mount this camcorder. Unplug it for a sec. That's my dog. Trying to Jimmy rig my camera onto see, I have this lamp arm that I modified. Oops. I modified this lamp arm to have just a threaded thing, which basically plugs into any like a tripod mount, like a screw-on thing, so I can put that on there. Hi, Alice. Let me turn the music down a bit. Is the microphone? Is it that the microphone is too quiet, or do you think it's the music that's too loud? Is that better? I was standing up and I was a bit away from the microphone for a while there, so maybe that's why. Much better? Awesome. So I ordered this microphone. It's basically an arm like this, but for holding a microphone. This one's from an old lamp that I tried to modify. But I ordered one from a microphone, and I think that one's going to work a lot better. But it hasn't come in yet, so I'm trying to see if I can maybe make this one work. I'm really curious to see how that how this camcorder is gonna work for a close-up shot. Okay, so let's see if this works. Is that what the song said? I wasn't paying attention to the song. Is that what the song said? That's hilarious. Yeah, this is definitely not the best setup. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll work. Let's see if I plug this in. Part of the problem is always getting the cables so that they're not in the way or they're not pulling. Okay, that's one. And then the USB for power. Alright. Definitely gonna have to run these cables better, but for now, I just want to see if this would work. Okay, we've got hi Shuwu. Yep, these are definitely these are my Kador Warjacks, and there's my old Commander Sorsha. Hold on, I'm getting confused which camera what did I do here now? Okay, so this is the webcam. Wait, is it? This is, sorry, no, that's the camcorder. This is the webcam here. Okay, so that's the camcorder. I'm gonna see. I'm trying to figure out what is the best way to get a good shot if I'm painting these models. So let's just move this keyboard out of the way for a second. So if I was painting, definitely need more light. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, I think it's pretty awesome too. I'm really excited about streaming live on Twitch. I've never done live streaming before, so it's a little bit of setup work, but once it's all set up, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I just want to figure out what is the best like camera angles. This is actually a pretty good angle. I kind of like this. Because it's pretty wide. Hold on, if I move it just a little bit from here. Yeah, I think I like this camera angle. I just need to get a little bit more light because the model looks... It's weird because on the in real life it's pretty bright. These two lights are pretty bright, but on the camera, maybe there's some kind of white balance or something I can play with. Because it looks kind of dark, doesn't it? Does it look dark to you guys? Like it's not very bright. Like you can't really see too much in here. Like some of the darker parts on the camera feed looks a bit dark. Yeah, I'll definitely have to get more lights. Yeah, so Alice, what I'm thinking is I wanted to have kind of two different views. This one is from the top, and it kind of allows me a little bit more, except that I keep bumping it with my hat. It allows me a little bit more room to kind of move it around. And then I'll probably want to use this one here. Let's move this out of the way. I had this one set up in a kind of an interesting angle the other day. Oops. Okay, why did I just lose this camera? Did I lose the camera or is it just dark? Oh, okay, I see what's happening here. This just needs to be shrunk, that's all. Something like that. So this is another camera angle here. Oh, and then I think I have to turn off the autofocus. This one. Yeah, because the autofocus is not. There we go. There. So this is another angle too. The only challenge is now I can't see what I'm doing because now the camera's in the way. This is the perfect angle for you guys though, like to see what I'm painting. This is awesome. It's just that I can't see for myself. Hold on, maybe I can move this up a little bit. I'm gonna have to figure out some kind of custom mount. For this webcam. Hey, that's pretty good. So hang on, let's see. Yeah, if it was just a little bit, there's a little bit more light. Then this is the overhead view through the camcorder. And then this is my close-up view. This is what I see when I'm painting. This might work. The only downside is that you have this camera on my face cam. It's like right in the middle of my face, so. But I could probably move my face cam webcam onto another monitor. It'd be a little bit from the side, but maybe that's why a few of the other painters have their face cams from the side. I was wondering about that. That kind of makes sense. Yeah, I guess I don't know. When I watch streams, I like seeing a face cam. It's kind of cool just to see who you're who's painting, who you're talking to. Yeah, I think this might work. So this would be my main angle that I would probably paint from. And then if I wanted to kind of, this is pretty good close-up. Just a little bit more light. And then if I want to switch to show something from the top, I can do something like this. And again, I would definitely need more lights because I don't like how dark it is. Seriously, cat? Come on. Why do cats always have to go where they're not supposed to go? Come on, get down from there. Get down. Yeah, so if I was painting something a little bit bigger, or if I was doing like a terrain, just painting some terrain, then this top view would give a little bit of a wider angle. And then for most the smaller detailed work, like little miniatures like this, then I can do it from this angle here, in this cam. This is the one here yet. Yep, I could see this working. Hey Jabil or Chris, can you guys hit the unfollow button and then hit follow again? I just want to see if my notifications are working. I think if you unfollow and follow again, it'll work. Not sure though. I think I have notifications on. Yeah, it's weird. I didn't even see Twitch. It's still showing 2 followers. So maybe it only works for new followers. Weird. I wonder if I can run a test one. Let me do a test one. Oh, I see Alice, you just followed. Thanks for the follow, Alice. But my system did not give a notification. I gotta fix that. Okay. Let me see if I can fix this right away. War Machine was, as far as I know, War Machine was a miniatures game, and then what year was that? A few years back. I can't remember if it was like 3 or 4 years ago. They launched a Kickstarter where they did like a they brought in a video game company and they developed like a video game version of War Machine. I can't remember the title of it. It was something War Machine something, and I backed the Kickstarter. It was the game was okay. I don't know. I'm more into the miniature side, and it was like it wasn't an online game. It was, I mean, I can't remember if it's just single player or if they had a multiplayer thing aspect to it. Because I was part of the beta, and then I played around with it a little bit, and then I kind of got bored of it. Then I stopped playing. Then when they released the new one, I was kind of taking a break from tabletop gaming, so I wasn't really too interested in it. And then I think it got kind of mixed reviews. I don't think everybody it's kind of, I think it's kind of they kind of went halfway. They didn't know, like, they made it too similar to playing the miniatures game, but not exactly. Whereas maybe they should have just focused on making a video game that's set in the same the Iron Kingdoms, the world that War Machine takes place in. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the miniatures came out first, and then afterwards, when they had a loyal following of players, they launched a Kickstarter and they did a video game. Unless there was some other video game before that I'm not aware of, but I think it's called War Machine Tactics. I think that's what it was called. Okay, what was I trying? Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out these. Okay, so let me fix this right now. TA alerts. Man, there's a lot of stuff to set up when you're setting up a stream. And it is not working. I'm not sure why. I thought I figured this out already. That's nothing. How many tabs do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's only 13 tabs. I normally do at least like 50. Maybe that's why it's not working. Why are you not working? This was just working before. No, it's the only browser for this machine. Actually, I lied. I do have a Microsoft Edge browser open, but I'm shutting it down right now because it's useless. Nope, not on this machine. On my work machine, yeah, probably. I'd have like 3 of them with 50 tabs open. Why is this alerts thing not working? It was working before. What could I be missing? Browser sims. I guess I can do it. I don't like doing it that way though, but let me see if it'll work if I do it this way. Alert box. Okay. Image slide. Okay, I got this thing showing up here, but I don't want it to be green. Why is it green? Background color. So this is my chroma key color. How do I set my chroma key color? When in doubt, Google it. How to set chroma key in OBS. Yeah, I know I do Absinthe on my work computer. Holy smokes, I got like, I don't know, at least 50 at all times. And then I get so lost that I just open up um, a new window of Chrome, and then I start opening up more tabs. Because you can't just shut them down, because there's some stuff that like you still want to keep open. You're not finished with it yet. So oh, there it is. It's called filters. Add a filter. Chroma key. Yay. Green. Close. Alright, I figured out the chroma key, except now, how do I remove this, the URL at the top? Man, I swear this wasn't, I didn't have this problem before. Maybe I just have to have it in another tab? I guess I could do, I could just do that. Alright, it's working now, except Link is missing his shirt because his shirt has green in it. Bookmark. I have like all these bookmarks and I never go back. It's like, oh, I gotta bookmark this. And then it's like, okay, let's create categories for bookmarks. And then eventually there's just too much. sound is a bit loud for the follower count. Okay, I'll have to fix that. Turn this off. Okay, so is that better? Aha, there we go. Link got his shirt back. This guy's hair is supposed to be pink, but that's the color I picked for. I'll have to fix that too. Yeah, this guy's missing a few colors too. I guess it's kind of hard to find a color that doesn't, it's not included in these. Okay, so the test alerts are working. Yeah, I turned the sound down to about 25% on the notifications. Now the only question is, let me try something. Oh, Absinthe, thanks for the follow. That really helped out because I was just about to go looking for my old account so I can test if it's working. Sweet, thank you very much. Yeah, it takes about I find with the Twitch streams it's about a 10-second delay. Now, did I just have to add it to this one too.
Nobody seems worth it while the feeling's sophisticated. The view is so restrained. The past is nearing closer and closer. I fear. So let's just cut the bullshit and tell me who's independent.
I gotta make sure I added to this scene as well. Alright, so we've got it in this scene as well. Cool. Yeah, so this will be, I hope I get that microphone mounting thing tomorrow. I ordered it through Amazon Prime, and they said that it should come, I think, tomorrow or Thursday. And I gotta get some more lights. I don't like how dark it is here. This one's pretty good. The only challenge with the webcam is it's always this focus thing. But I do like this. Yeah, if I had a little bit more lighting and from the top, and then this one, if I just figure out this focus on the camera, I think it should be pretty good. And bigger models still fit, so that's good. This is my magnetized war jack. I've got the new K-Door box too, which is that new red plastic. Really curious to see how that's gonna paint. Yeah, Alice, there is settings for, like, normally the webcam does autofocus, but I find that it doesn't pull focus very well. So I just set it to, like, here, I'll show you. So if I set it to autofocus, I find the challenge is that if anything's moving, see how it, like, if I'm gonna be painting, it'll keep pulling focus to my thumb or the paintbrush. Maybe not. But you see, it's still kind of blurry. Like, I have it here, and it's both the paintbrush and the miniature are blurry because it's, I guess it doesn't know what. There, now it's snapped into focus. So I think a better thing would be for me to see, like, right there is kind of out of focus, and if now it's out of focus, I guess the autofocus is not too bad. It takes a couple seconds for it to snap into place. Let's see if I turn off the autofocus. If I turn off the autofocus and I just manually set it to, like, let's say if I'm going to be mostly painting at this distance, I can just tune it in to about there, and now the focus is going to be stable the whole time. It's not going to pull focus to my fingers or the paintbrush. The only difference is now if I put it here, it's a little bit too far, so it loses focus about, I'd say, maybe here. Still in focus here. I just can't get I can't get too close. The camera that I have is it's the Logitech 920, I think it is. I think it's the 920. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the 920. Yeah, it's the C920. And it's a good webcam. I really like it. It's just the autofocus. But if I set it to, like, this distance, yeah, at this distance it's pretty good. Like, it keeps the focus. Yeah, the zoom is pointless on these cameras. You're not gonna get a good zoom on because it's like, actually, that's not too bad. But it's an optical zoom though. It's not really sorry, it's a digital zoom. It's not really it's not like the lens is actually changing. All it's doing is just magnifying the pixels. But having said that, it is actually kind of cool. So if I wanted to point out something on a model and still keep it in focus without having, because if I'm zoomed out all the way, this is zoomed out all the way. Normally, if I wanted to point out something, I would kind of bring it closer, but then it loses focus because it's too close to the camera. But if I use the zoom feature, then I can keep it where it is and just kind of I think that's pretty good. What do you guys think? How does it look from your end? Is it pretty sharp? Yeah, you can use you can definitely use a DSLR, and I got a Sony one. Switch this to. I got the Sony A6300, and this thing is awesome. The focus on it is amazing. But I was reading that. I was reading that if you use a DSLR for something like this, like streaming, you could burn out your sensor or something. I don't know if that's just based on like old camera technology, or maybe with cameras that have mirrors, because this Sony's a mirrorless one. But from what I've seen online, people were saying not to use DSLR for video that's like prolonged, where it's on all the time. And I'm not sure if there's any truth to it, because I mean, if you're recording, you can record videos with these cameras, right? Like they're made for recording video. But I guess maybe just like if you're gonna be streaming for 3 hours or 4 hours every day, maybe it burns out the sensor or something. I don't know. I was researching how to do it, like how to, because you know, this camera here, the Sony, it has an HDMI output on it, just like the webcam that I picked up. So I can easily just output from the HDMI and stream from that and use this. But you know, this is a fairly expensive camera. I don't want to burn out the sensor on it. Yeah, no, when I was doing the research, I was reading people saying that, like, you know, that you can make it work. Meaning you can make a SLR work, but you know, is it going to damage it using it long term? Yeah, I got a capture card. I have a Razer ripsaw. So that's actually what I'm using for this this camera here. The camcorder is hooked up through HDMI, and it's going into a Razer ripsaw, and then that's streaming it into my OBS. So I figured that part out already, and I actually did have the Sony hooked up last night, but I only had it running for about 5 minutes, just to test to see if it works, and it does work. But the other thing I'm not sure about is with the DSLRs, I don't really know how you would like if you're going to be streaming for 2 hours or 3 hours, how you'd go about keeping the camera on, because normally I think normally they turn off after a while, like, and I don't even know if that's, I might even have that same issue with this camcorder, because webcams, when they're on, they'll stay on forever. They're kind of designed that way. But camcorders and DSLRs, I think they have like a timeout if you're not touching any of the buttons, if it's just Like even if you have it plugged into power, but if you're not touching any of the buttons, I think the camera thinks that you're not doing anything and it'll just shut itself down. So I'll have to see. Oh, you went the softer route? So if you use software, how do you hook up the HDMI? Like, what do you plug the HDMI into on your computer? You must have like some kind of capture card, right? Yeah, I'll have to Google that, see if I'll have to Google that to see if my camcorder has like a automatic shut off. I mean, it's not too big of a deal. If it shuts off, I just press one button and it comes back on. But it would be cool if there's some settings I can Oh, right, yeah. Or you're talking about hooking up your DSLR through USB 3.0 with Sparkle Cam. Yeah, I was looking at that too. I saw that software. Some people were reviewing it, and I was looking at that as well. Actually, that's how I found out about the sensor thing, because I was searching for that, and I was looking at I forgot what keywords I was typing in. I was doing like Sparkle Cam review or something like that, and that's when I saw a few people saying, you know, don't use an SLR for streaming because you're going to burn out your sensor. But I wasn't sure. Like I still don't know. I'm not really sure if they might be talking about some of the older DSLRs that maybe weren't meant for video, but I don't know. In any case, I picked up a camcorder, so I'll just use that. Maybe I'll do a little bit more research on that, find out if there is an issue with sensor burnout if you're using your DSLR for yeah, I mean you definitely don't want to be damaging your DSLR. You probably invested quite a bit into it, so it's worth it to do a little bit of research and see if there's any issues with that. It sounds like it could be true. But it could also just be like fear mongering. Like maybe some of the older cams had that, and people are just kind of repeating that advice over and over, but nobody really knows. I guess you could send an email to Canon and ask them, say, hey, you know, I think the reason why I thought that there might be some truth to it is because I tried to do the camera thing, like using those cameras for like as a webcam before I heard about the Sparkle Cam, and none of the software that comes with any of these cameras allows you to do that. So that kind of got me thinking, maybe that's the reason why they don't allow that, is because maybe they don't want you to stream because it'll burn out the sensor. So that there could be some truth to it. I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on that one, because some stuff is, you know, like people just repeating what they heard from somebody else, but they don't actually know if it's true or not. But in either case, the best thing to do, I guess, would be just to contact Canon and ask them. They might know. All right, so so tomorrow, I think hopefully my microphone microphone mount comes in, and I'll see if I can use that to make the setup even better. But worst case scenario, even if I don't get that thing in, I could at least start doing this. I think this will be easy. Should be pretty easy to paint like this. It is a little bit awkward to hold the miniature with this camera in between. I normally hold them a little bit closer, I guess, but sure, I'll get used to it. Alright, so what else do I have to get set up here? So these are fine. Oh, I just noticed something. My most recent follower thing is not working either. Let's take a look at that. Oh, right, because I have to have this thing running. Cool, so that's fixed now. Probably gonna have to make a checklist of some sort to remember to turn on all these little apps and stuff before I start streaming. It's quite a few things to remember. I wonder what I'm going to start painting first. I'm thinking I might start with my orcs, since I've got so many of them to paint. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I will probably start with orcs. Okay. Cut these up. And of course I don't have my cutters here. These are some orc sprues that I haven't built yet. They came with I forgot what that set was called. It was a set that had orcs versus space wolves, and my brother plays space wolves, so we bought it to split it. And these are the sprues that were in there for the orcs. There's a couple of kilocans in here. So I gotta build these up. Yeah, my wife has the Rebel, Canon Rebel. Can't remember which one, Rebel something. And then I decided to go with Sony when I got my SLR. But yeah, I think the Canon, what is this model? The Canon i5 is the, or what is it called? Is it an i5 or T5? T5. What is a T5? I don't remember seeing that one. I must Google this. And then I'm going to open up that white box to see what's inside there. Canon T5. Oh, it's the, okay, so that's the Rebel T5. Yeah, that's the one that's the video one. Right. Yeah, because I think my wife's is the T3 or something, and she doesn't have the video. Oh, okay, so the T5i is the one with the video. Okay, cool. Now what is in this little box here? Oh, this is a Dark Age model. Howler. I totally forgot I had this. Look at this thing. How the heck does this even go? It's gotta be on an angle or something. Oh, there's a little bit of extra resin here that I've got to trim. There's one weird looking dude. Yeah, this is a Dark Age Howler. I don't think they went to resin. This is an old miniature from, I want to say, 2011. So this is not anything new. And I think only for a few of the bigger models they went to resin. I think that goes on like that. You play Dark Age, Absinthe? Yeah, it's... I know exactly what you mean. kind of hard to. I actually was one of their distributors back in 2011. I bought some minis from them to try to sell on my online store, but there wasn't really a lot of demand for it back then, and I took a break from tabletop gaming for probably 3 or 4 years, and then when I came back last year, I kind of checked in, and from what I saw, it hadn't really taken off. But I know that in the recent while they have made some changes. I think they brought in a new sculptor or a new designer, and some of the new models look really cool. So I might pick some up just for, if nothing else, just to paint and add to my collection. But I don't know how if there's many people playing it. It's kind of tough for, very much is like a chicken and egg thing with games, because if there isn't really people playing it, then nobody wants to buy armies, and if nobody buys armies, then nobody's gonna play it, right? So it's tough to get into the market, I guess. Yeah, yep, that's true. Although, the one thing that I was really excited about, the other game that I was that I had started to order parts and become a distributor back in 2011, and when I came back last year, what I was pretty excited to see was how Infinity has grown from Corvus Belli. They've really taken off, especially in the last, I want to say, 12 months to 16 months. I think right after they released Operation Ice Storm, I was doing some research, and they really took off at that point. And then I think Beasts of War did an Infinity Week thing right around that same time. I don't know if it was right before or right after, and I think that really helped to introduce people, and then it took off after that. Oh, cool! So you play Infinity? Sweet. Which faction do you play? Oh, sweet. Nomads. Yeah, I got a Nomads army started too. I actually haven't played the game. I got the I am a distributor of theirs on my online store, so I have all the armies in stock, which is cool because I can pick whatever miniatures I want. But so far I just started I actually got I think they're back there. I got Operation Ice Storm and So I started with the nomads that were in there. I think it's Operation Ice Storm. I'm getting confused now because there's a new one out too. Yeah, nomads, and the other one that I like are the Toha. The Toha army. They're kind of cool too. Just purely from a like aesthetic point of view of what the miniatures look like, not from a gameplay point of view, because I haven't really gotten into the game, so I don't really know how good those armies are. But I like the models, how they look, and the fluff behind nomads is really cool. I like the story behind them. I got this little thing. I gotta put this together. It basically just holds like 4 vials. Yeah, that's what I hear. I hear that it's pretty balanced, especially with the new rule book. Yeah, I might actually use this thing. Hold the paints that I'm working on and some of the brushes. Yep, so what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I really like the models. I like the company too. Like Corvus Belly, the company, I really like them, and I like the game. I like the models. And I'm probably pretty soon gonna start looking at possibly starting to make some terrain for Infinity, because I also manufacture terrain, like laser cut tabletop terrain. I've done some for Warhammer 40k, just some like battle ruins, and I did a Kickstarter for more or less it's for Malifaux, and I think for my next, once I get this Kickstarter done, I might start doing a terrain project for Infinity. I mean, there's a ton of different terrain already out there for Infinity, but I think I might enjoy designing something a little bit different. Yeah, you can do like what are they called? Is it ARP or something? Like a automatic reactive order or something? ARO? Is it ARO? I think they're called AROs, right? I remember back in 2011 when I was talking to them, that was one of their big selling points, or one of their how they try to differentiate themselves from different games is they're saying, you know, it's always your turn, because even if it's the other guy's turn, if he comes into line of sight or whatever, then you have an automatic or an ARO, and then it so it's technically kind of like your turn. Sweet, so this thing will dry overnight. Oh, nice. Very cool. So you do your own terrain. Sweet. Do you have any picks somewhere? What do you make the terrain out of? Organize all these. Foam core, cardstock, styrene bits. Cool. Sure. I'd love to check that out. Wow, this is really cool. It's a great article. You have everything, like all the dimensions. Nice. Yeah, it looks great. I'm just scrolling through the pictures and checking out. Yeah, that's really cool. This is a great article, like for anybody who wants to make their own terrain. This is awesome. Oh, nice. You even have little doors. Is that what that is? Is that like a skylight? What is that? Oh no, it's like a... Oh, I see. It's like a grate type of thing. Very cool. Yeah, that's awesome. So you got like a little ladder and then it goes up to this little grated thing. Nice, that's awesome. Yeah, I was just looking at the... Sorry, I was kind of facing away from the mic. I was looking at the... on the last... and the last part, you have like a little... what do you call it? It's like a plastic... It's like a grated plastic thing. I thought that was a door, but I see what you did here. You made it so it's like a... It's like a little ledge above the door underneath, and then there's like a little ladder that goes up to it. It looks really cool. Yeah, the landing, that's the word I was looking for. So yeah, Chris, I don't know if he's still on, but he's got a US Ariadna Army starter as well. He picked up that that starter set that comes with all the goodies and some terrain. They're like, it's cardboard terrain, or cardstock I should say, cardstock terrain, but it's a nice little starter set. So they kind of like, they fit one inside the other. I guess that really helps when you're yeah, Red Veil is that new starter set they just released recently, right? I think it's a 2-player one, right? Yeah, Operation Red Veil. That's the one that's Yu Jing and Hakislan. Right. So which of the are you looking to? You thinking of starting both Yu Jing and Hakislam, or just one of them? If you were to get that set, like, would you be splitting with somebody, or? Yeah, Yu Jing Ninja looks wicked. Yeah, that's awesome then. Definitely a great value then. Because yeah, usually their starter, like if you get the 2-player starter set, you get a really good deal on it compared to just doing it individually. So I guess that one's coming out early September according to their website. Oh, it actually has some pretty cool terrain too. I'm just looking at a picture of it. It's a little bit more complex than the other terrain from Operation Ice Storm. They have like little cubes, and then they even have like little bridges between some of the buildings. It's kind of neat. What is the what was the pre-order mini? I'm sure I've seen it before, but I can't remember now. Let's take a look. Oh, it's this like what is it called? Yuan? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but Yuan. An armored ballerina. Hey, look at this picture. Yeah, I see what you mean. Oh, great. Now that you've said that, I won't be able to unsee it. Because now when I look at him, I didn't even think of that, but now that I look at him, it's not so much the miniature. I think it's just the pose that they did. It's almost like he looks like a ballerina. You're totally right. Oh man, that's kind of funny. You can't, once you see it, once you look at him and you think of him being like a little ballerina, you can't unsee it. Like every time I'm gonna look at that picture now, that's all I'm gonna see. That's funny. Yeah, the miniature itself is not bad. I think he looks pretty cool. It's just the the pose they did on him was, I don't know what they were thinking. And it doesn't even make sense. Like he's holding the gun in his right hand, and then the way he's holding the sword, it's like that doesn't make any sense. It's almost like he's handing. It's like it almost looks like he's handing the sword off to somebody. Like, here, take my sword. I don't want it anymore. Like it doesn't look like it's like he's, I don't know, what is he, landing or something? It looks like he's got jetpack, so is he like landing down? Because one of his feet is up, one leg is up. But it's like the way he's holding the sword, it's like, here, take my sword, I don't want it anymore. It's a weird pose, you're right. The mini's not bad, the pose, I think I don't know what they were thinking. It looks kind of weird to me. Yeah, he's landing, but it's a really awkward looking pose. Like, it doesn't look like he doesn't look scary. He doesn't look like he's, ready for battle. It looks like he's just kind of, it looks like he's skipping down the road. Doesn't look like a mercenary to me. Let me take a look at let's see if I can. Hey, Chloe. For the nutcracker, that's hilarious. Yeah, Yuan, he's skipping Yuan. So these are the nomads that I have so far. These are from the Operation Ice Storm, I believe. I got them all built, but haven't primed them yet or started painting. This guy looks awesome. Like, look at this. Like, it's a night and day. Oh, the focus is crap. Let's see, maybe I can get this one to do a better job. Like, look at that pose. That's awesome. He's got the gun in his right hand, and then the left hand he's got a knife. Like, this guy looks like he's ready for battle. I wouldn't want to mess with this guy. That's an awesome model, and that's an awesome pose, in my opinion. Even this guy, like, look at the flexing his bicep. So that one's awesome too. This guy's ready to shoot. Yeah, like, the poses are awesome on most of these. And this is my favorite model. She's so awesome. I love the hood she's got. Almost reminds me of what is that game? Assassin's Creed. He's got that kind of hood. Can't wait to paint these. Yeah, all their models are awesome. Like from this set. I like them all. And this guy. Looks pretty cool too. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wait to paint her for a while. I'm gonna wait till my painting skills improve a little bit. Yeah, I'm not really used to painting Infinity miniatures. I don't know how much different. Most of the stuff I painted is Warhammer 40k stuff. I'm not sure how much different it is to paint these types of models, because they have a lot more smaller details. But that's okay. I've got the I've got the pano that came with the set, so I'll probably paint those first. That'll be my practice run. Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't really understand why they'd be different, but from the people that know what they're doing with painting, they said that it's much different painting these models. So I'm curious. Oh yeah, is that what it is? The details are shallow? So I guess I'll have to use really thin layers. And probably be really gentle with the priming as well. Make sure I don't cover up the details. No, I can't do that, eh? Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind. It'll be an adventure. I'll start with the pano because I don't really care about them that much. Sure, absolutely. Let's see what yours look like. Just drop a link if you have a gallery or something. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you have a Facebook link, just link it in there. Check it out on Facebook. Just give me 1 second here. I just have to log into Facebook because this is my new streaming machine. I haven't actually logged into Facebook on here yet. So okay, let's take a look. Oh, nice. Wow. These are awesome. Yeah, these are great. So I'm assuming the red one, the red and gray, that's a Nomads model, and the blue and the light blue, that's a Pano. What is that? What is that? What is that model from the Nomads? I don't remember seeing that one before.